You know, it's been a little bit. What do you say we talk about some toys, huh? Because I got some right here. Let's talk about some. What's that? Did you... Oh, kill myself. Oh, that's what you said. Oh, I thought you... Okay, now I'll get to that in a minute, but before that, I have something really interesting to show you. So interesting, in fact, I bet some of you didn't even know this toy line existed. I'm not really good at betting, so I guess all of you could have known this existed. I'll just get them for you. I'll just grab them. For those of you who don't know, House of the Dead 2 was a pretty popular arcade cabinet back in the late 90s, and seemed to do pretty well. House of the Dead 2 was a rail shooter. You know, that's the game where you don't control the character, you just control the gun, like Time Crisis or Virtual Cop. Like this! Fun is infinite with... Like I said before, it did pretty well, so it gained a bit of a cult following. And you know who's in that cult? This guy. I'm a big fan of the House of the Dead game series, and I always have been from a young age, except for when I was really young, and House of the Dead 2 scared the shit out of me anytime I went into an arcade game. That actually is what made me play the game. When I was real young, I remember I used to have to leave the arcade if House of the Dead 2 was in my sight, because it used to freak me the fuck out. I mean, look at it, though. I mean, look at it. It's kind of spooky. I mean... Okay, not nowadays, but back then, that was spooky to me. That scared me. But anyway, enough about the actual games. Let's talk about the toys. Today, I'm going to be showing you two that are in my personal collection, Hierophant and Strength. So here is Hierophant, and what the fuck am I looking at? He's just as goofy as he looked in the game. The figure is actually really cool. I mean, then again, I never thought I'd be seeing figures based off House of the Dead 2, but... You know, here we are. The sculpt is really awesome and fairly accurate to the game. I mean, you had this to go off of, so like, I mean, what do you... You gotta take some liberties. I don't, hey. But it's all there, and he's actually a really solid figure. Everything's like a really thick, hard, rubbery plastic. Nothing feels like it's gonna break over time. The knees have gotten a little loose, but no, not the knees, the hips. I said knees for hips. The paint and sculpt are pretty great. The only thing I don't like are these dots that are all over the figure. I mean, they just don't even look natural. They look like they were put on by like a child. A really consistent child, but still a child nonetheless. One thing that's really cool about the figure is the chest can open up just like in the game, revealing his heart. Because you know when you're creating an ultimate super weapon, you gotta make sure there's an obvious fatal flaw. Mr. Man! The figure looks awesome, but can it move? Yes, but it has that early collector's toy charm of it can move, but they clearly already have a pose they want you to put him in. The Hierophant comes with a few accessories. This is called a Mofish, which I actually never knew the name until I got the figure. These are these little piranhas that jump out of any type of puddle in the game and just latch onto your face and kill you. They're pretty stupid, but the toy is really cool, and it gives you a good look at the Mofish of what they really want it to look like. Look at the eyes. Kinda looks like your mother. He also comes with his weapon that he uses in the game, the Trident, which again looks fantastic, but there's not much more to it besides the wrapping, the black, and the spears on the top. Now he does have a hand to hold it in, it's open, but as you can see, if you're just gonna put it in there, you can't really... Oh, that's right, there's a giant thing at the top that'll stop it from doing that. But the thing I was getting at from that... Who the fuck texted me? Oh, Eddie. 1 second, Ed. The reason I said it, though, is because as you can see on the Trident, there's a peg that plugs into a hole in the hand, so you don't have to worry about the grip. The peg fits nice and snug, and he has no issues holding his Trident. I think he holds it at a good length, too. I mean, you can't adjust this at all, but, you can. Moving on, now we have the second figure we're going to look at, and that is Strength, who is actually my second favorite boss from the game. Now, he's in the box, but he's not sealed, so I will be showing you the figure closer, but this is a good chance to show you what the packaging looked like. It's your simple card back style, House of the Dead 2 on top, and it shows a picture of the figure on the back. It shows the other ones you can collect: Strength, Hierophant, Johnny, and Ken. Say get Johnny, because he's actually the only zombie that appears in, I think, every single House of the Dead game. I think. I'm gonna look this up. I'm not really gonna look it up because I don't really give a fuck at the end of the day. Okay, now mine is actually really cool because mine is a store exclusive. You see, the normal Strength has his head completely covered like in the band like the game. Mine is based off when he's close to death because you're supposed to shoot him. Okay, so let me explain a little something. In the game, you shoot him in the face. That's his weak spot. That's what gets him to stop, autistically running around. And over time, the cloth mask on his head starts to break away, so that's what that represents. And so here is Strength, and he is a big boy. Now, like I said before, he's the exclusive version with the variant head. And you know what's weird? I was looking at the box, and I just realized something. I'm pretty sure he was an exclusive figure to what I presume is a music shop. Who the fuck thought that was a good idea? I don't even know why they chose a music shop to do it for. I mean, like, why not GameStop or some sort of game store arcades as like a giveaway prize? No, a fucking music shop. I mean, for all I know, it might not be a music shop, but I mean, it says music, right? Whatever, because he's just fucking awesome. He's my second favorite boss of the game, so I'm a little bit biased here, but look at him. Don't you want this figure? It's a giant mutant zombie man thing with a like a chest piece. What is that? He says that in the game too. What the fuck is that? Much like Hierophant, he can move, but they clearly have a pose set out for you, although I'm not really sure what that pose is besides standing. Yeah, he really could have used some elbow and knee articulation like Hierophant, but he doesn't have any. Although, unlike Hierophant, all the paint detail on here seems really natural. Nothing really seems out of place, and the sculpt is fantastic. God, Palisades really knows what they're doing. Knew what they were doing. They've been out of business. They've been out of business for a very long time. They're not good at the whole business thing. A lot of people lost their jobs. Lol. My man comes with 2 accessories. He comes with, of course, his ginormous chainsaw Blame, which looks absolutely fantastic. And again, one of the reasons why he's my second favorite boss in the game. He also comes with something that came with Hierophant that I forgot to show you, and that's like this House of the Dead 2 stand or plaque. It's actually really cool, and it really captures the feeling of the game, I think. The only problem is, what the fuck is it? If it's a stand, he can't even fit on it. Same with Hierophant. Oh, okay, never. All right. There's nothing like to plug him in, is what I'm saying. But he does. Okay, he does fit on it if you wanted to. I just look like an asshole. All right. Boom. There you go. You can have him holding the chainsaw, but it. Oh, yeah. This is how I used to have him posed on my shelf. Him holding the chainsaw over his head, ready to swing, doing that weird scream. He does. He does like a weird scream. Play the game and then we'll talk, alright? So play the game and then we'll fucking talk. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video taking a look at these 2 really cool, unique House of the Dead 2 figures. You don't really see toy companies making figures like this anymore. I mean, and these came out before the games were consoled, so the fact that they made these is really cool, and actually a testament to House of the Dead 2 themselves, or a testament to the bad business decisions on Palisades. Again, throwing millions off of jobs. Millions. You may have made some good toys, Palisades, but it doesn't forgive your awful deeds of letting them die in the fire. Oh, this would have probably been good to do around Halloween, but I didn't. You know what else probably would have been good? Not collecting toys as an adult. Then maybe I would find true happiness in another person. But that's, oh Jesus.